is I always do a review. Where I take a picture with Delta, and I take the picture of the person and say, "You want to tag Delta in it?" Because I fly Delta very well, and I say, "Hey,
Marcus was amazing.
Yeah, it was so great. They fly to revenue something like that. They never did.
It wasn't anything crazy. They did think it's weird. They did. He did. Yeah, for sure. It was weird. It was a cool thing.
He just shook his hand. It could have been different. I love the shape. The hit.
That's how I did it.
That's the best.
That's how I did it when I said goodbye to him. I think it was extremely unexpected. He was like, "What?" But that's how do what you will. Yeah. I like to feel like it's behind it as a work. Yeah.
So if you're that's the worst when you know they know you and they need to tell you what the tip is. They like, by the way, they want to book you a huge fan.
Or maybe it's a story. Now he has a story and he's telling some story. In a long day, one guy has a story to dinner with a friend. That's a cool, right? Doesn't that feel nice? Right. It is. If they're cool, they're drunk and they're grabby and they're crazy. Like sometimes I get the comments. I don't know if it's like grabbing my wiener in public. He's like, "I'm a big fan." Like, dude, I get it. No, I just don't like it when they're really drunk. They're grabby and handsy. I'm always like, relax.
He's drunk.
But I want to say hi and have fun and take a photo. I'm always down to take photos and all that stuff. Like, some of the things get really wasted and they just get a little, like, touching feeling.
Are you out after the show in the thing there?
Not anymore. Not really. But that's only because I just want to, like, get rest. If we're traveling, I'm tired. I don't want to go to the next city.
Die, you bastard!
This morning. Yeah, I think people don't realize that, like, it's your weekend. It's my week. So I think that's what people want you to be out and not doing things. Like, I got to go even in 9 hours to go to another city. So I can go get a little bit of sleep and then wake up and do it all over again. So it is tough because you do want to be entertaining. No one can do a pressure. It's like, maybe at the bar. And they all go. Like, that would give me crazy anxiety. I can't do that. Like, I can't be in the middle of the thing. I started to get more social anxiety as I've gotten older. Just because I'm more protecting my time. I used to just be down and now I'm like, I gotta get rest.
Well, force!
The next show too, right?
They give them a shitty show the next night. I was tired. They just was out all night. The drive was bad. The flight was delayed. I get into that right more so than I never happened. I was here for all this. But now it's gotten harder and harder. You're in the middle of the road right now or no?
Yes.
Yeah. You got a lot going on? You got a lot of dates?
Yeah, I just started. So
like,
it was I just went three
yeah.
March, and then I was with the kids.
We went to camp with the kids.
That was fun. So let's get into it. Especially
you always name the special ed tour.
No, it was called Joe Gallo. Maybe it was a thing. Jim Sherman. I didn't know it was just getting something.
I mean, we're all trying to put it together with the crew, especially because if you have if you have a big chunk of jokes that kind of don't fit one centralized theme, I think it's hard to start to sew those together. Because you're like, man, I want to talk about this, but these things are kind of all over the world. So I find it hard. I commend these topics that we have in our business that can string together kind of like a beautiful. It's like a symphony. It's like a story.
Yeah.
I'm more of like, this is what I'm thinking, that's what I'm thinking, that's what I'm thinking, that's what I'm thinking. I have to find this weird.
Yeah. You have good in and out moments. Like you have clean segments. Like
I try.
Yeah. And sometimes like I never feel like we're going with you, and you're like, so tools, right, guys? It's rough. You see some guy that's like, oh, we gotta find a segment, right? I didn't have that much of my tool. That's what people was kind of like just an amalgamation of stuff, and it really just sold out my personality, right? So it's like I always mess with people. This new one, let's get into it. I feel has way more of a theme. I think also just because I'm a veteran stand-up doing it over 3 years instead of my first time doing it. So this one, I feel like I've done a little bit better job.
Right, and that just comes. That honestly comes with time, and then some of them come together just a lot easier. I find that with some of these sets, they just come together a little bit easier. And the other ones you really like. You really set to put your brain to.
There's so much anxiety with naming the tour, isn't there?
Nightmare. Absolute, literal nightmare.
We used to be like, because when we did the Joker stories, we would just pick a phrase from the show. It's like, where's Larry? Santiago sent us. It was all just like stuff from the show. So it was like written for us.
Yeah.
They're like, what are you going to name your show? I'm like, Joe Gatto's Night of Comedy. Like, it's perfect.
But that's what it is.
That's all it is.
I think we work so hard on these titles, these names, that people are inherently going to either, love them or hate them.
Or not care.
Well, yeah. I guess that's all the options. Yeah. But I mean, I feel like we care so much. Sometimes you're like, are people is that stupid? Nobody really gives a shit. It doesn't really matter. That's why I think like the next special I put out, I really do think it's gonna be called Angels Santino live in my revelation.
I see a title. You should name the city.
No, live blank. You never been blank?
Blank. Yeah. Blank Arkansas.
What's in Kansas? Blank Kansas. Arkansas has one for sure. No, blank Kansas. No, when I decide, I just think that'll be the way that I do it. It's just live in something because the pressure is it's just way too heavy-handed at this point. I don't know what.
And people watch it because you're always going to look at the title and be like, oh,
It's you.
Flubby Dubby?
Right.
That sounds fun. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Well, Fluffy Dubby
Flubby
does.
Dubby.
You can do that. Well, like, look at Chappelle. I mean, there's some guys like Louis does one-word titles, right?
Yeah.
And then Chappelle does Equanimity and the Bird. It's like, it really doesn't matter.
I think that might be a little bit for them now, too, at this point, right?
Of course it is.
Yeah, it's like,
Well, they're so famous that it doesn't matter. They're fucking with you with how little they're giving you or how much they're giving you. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't. It has no bearing. You're gonna watch it. Of course, with Dave, it always has to have something to do with the title, the through line of the depth of the special. But I just think people don't really care. I think people just want to see you. And now, the bites of which they're consuming us are so small now.
Yeah.
It's gotta be fast. It's like fasting. They just want it right now. They don't want to wait. You know what I mean? Like they just want you to give it to you right now because the internet's so fast. We're never gonna be able to beat it. You're never gonna beat the internet.
yeah.
That's what's getting scarier.
Yeah.
Like, will we
Is that
get
the scariest thing for you?
To me, yeah, we can't get over.
You don't think a fake you is the scariest thing?
No, I just think the internet's going to beat us to every joke. The internet has beat us with every joke. It's got it out before you could ever put it out. If it's a public joke, right? If it's about, it's always something that's in, politics or Trump or whatever. The internet's it's already there. The internet's got it there already because they did it that morning on Twitter.
Right. Even if you're getting up that night somewhere.
It doesn't matter. Well, that's why Tonight Show jokes, monologues, you watch these days, it's so hard because it's already been done. By the time they've said it, it was on Twitter, it was on Instagram, it was on TikTok, it's already been spread to the internet. And on YouTube, there's people that will put out a YouTube chunk of things the day after something happens. Tonight Show how could they get that fast? It's pretty impressive. I mean, are you scared of that AI future of us? Of it taking it away from us? Of it being
I think I can only be improved upon. So, I've always thought technology has now, and there is some. I mean, look, with everything, there's some scary shit. You see some stuff with when they do these fake phone calls, and it's like, this is a robot talking, and it's taking your social security number. And I'm like, that's a little.
Yeah.
I do fear some of that stuff. But I almost got scammed, which was so weird. My wife is like, hey, Joe, the electric company just called the business line from a electric price. She's like, hey, they just called us to shut the electricity because we didn't pay the bill. And you have so many different accounts with the nonprofit line. I was like, maybe I didn't link it up or whatever. So I call the guy and it's like, hey, thank you for calling, whatever the name of the electric company is. And he's like, yeah, he's like, your balance is due. And I said, I'm looking at it right now. I said, it's up, it's fine. And the guy goes, no, he's like, all right, what we have to do, you have to pay the amount due and then we'll credit back to your account once they work it on the system. But the electric can get shut off by noon. And it was like 10 a.m. And I was like, really? He's like, yeah. I was like, all right. I said, no. I said, all right, how do I pay it? And he goes, oh, well, we don't take credit cards over the phone. And he goes, I'll send you. You got a real MoneyGram in your neighborhood. He goes, I'll text you a CVS barcode, and you take it to the CVS and pay it. And when they pay it, don't tell them it's for the electric because they'll put a surcharge. Just say you have to pay this. So I go, great. And I hang up. And I go, wait a minute. This is also weird. They sent something to me. Call back. The guy, about 10 minutes later, he calls back. He's like, hey, just wondering if you got the thing and you were able to, complete it. I don't want to shut your lights off. I said, yeah, dude, I'm not paying. He goes, oh, man, fuck you, and hung up. Good business, bro. But he got that far on me, and I was like, oh, shit. You almost got sunk. I almost got sunk. That's bad. My grandmother almost got sunk one time. It was wild. The guy called, she picked it up, and he said, Grandma, it's me. It should have been the first clue, because we never called her Grandma. But Grandma, it's me, and then she elicited the name of one of her grandkids. Right? So she said the name, and he goes, yes, it's me.
So then she was sunk a little bit already. He said, I got caught. I'm in jail for smoking pot. They call me with pot. And she was like, oh no. And he said, but I don't want you to call my mom and dad because, I don't want to get in trouble. Can you help me out? Can you bail me out? I need you to go to another one of these things, like go to a location and get a MoneyGram out or money like this and bring it to this location, blah, blah, blah. And then she hung up the phone, nervous because she wanted to help her grandson out, but then she thought, this doesn't seem strange. So she called someone else in the family. It's obviously clear that that's not true at all. That the grandson she was talking about is